I think initially the first kind of few thoughts that I remember having were, I can't do this. Like, I can't have a baby and I can't go through chemotherapy for breast cancer. Like, those things are so far removed from each other. It's cruel that they're even in the same sentence. And that's just really where my mind was at the start. And then I tried to kind of ask, like, okay, so what's next? And what's going to happen? What's going to happen to my baby? But in that initial meeting, like, I can't really remember a lot. But I just remember leaving thinking I was going to lose my baby and I was going to lose my hair, which I know sounds so, those things are so wildly different from each other, but that's what I thought. And I was just terrified that I wouldn't survive. Even though they were very reassuring and, you know, they were very positive given all the circumstances, but nobody wants to hear that they have cancer. So yeah, it was very terrifying, and it definitely got easier as the days passed. My breast cancer nurse told me on that first day, she said, "Mary, today is the worst day." She said, "Tomorrow will be better and every day afterwards will be better." It began to seem less daunting. There was so much support. And we kind of got little wins along the way. You know, we get a scan and we'd say, "Oh, that's actually really good," or we were able to remove all the tumour. And when you're coming from such a low starting point, anything like that, it's a level of excitement that is hard to explain, you know. And yeah, as time went on, it got easier to process, and my son grew and kept kicking me and constantly made me feel like if he's in there like crashing about, getting bigger, then there's absolutely no way that I'm not going to be getting through this treatment, because he was just fighting so hard, and I felt like that was my motivation to just keep going. I think we have this image of a cancer patient, and that's not the way it is anymore, you know. It doesn't necessarily mean that your life is over. It doesn't mean that you can still have good days. You're still going to have to, you know, you're going to go through your treatment. But I would say, don't be afraid to talk about it with people. And it sounds, again, cliche, but just be really kind to yourself. Like, if you get up and you think, "Oh my God, I feel so bad today, I didn't do anything," or "I've been crying all day," I would say that's so normal. Don't be hard on yourself. And yeah, I think just be really kind to yourself and try. I know it's very difficult because your mind and your body goes there, but just try not to panic and try and get as much information as you can and know what you're facing and know what treatments you're facing. And I found it really important that if I had 6 months of, if I had 2 months of a certain drug or a certain treatment, when that's finished, celebrate, you know, go out for dinner, go out for lunch, do something for the little milestones, because it makes it easier. It was incredible. It was an incredible experience, even though it was devastating at the time, and it's still devastating. But I think I learned a lot about myself, which sounds like a cliche, but you really do. Like, you realise how much you have in you.